Okay, can I confess something? My TBR is no longer a to-be-read pile. It's become a personality trait. Every single week, I tell myself, no more books until you finish the ones you already own. And every single week, some author, some beautiful cover, or one dangerously convincing reader completely ruins that plan. So, grab your coffee, because today isn't a review. It's more like, these are the books currently sitting on my coffee table, and I can't stop thinking about them. No spoilers, no rankings, just 5 books that made me stop scrolling and say, yep, you're coming home with me.
Coffee ready? Good, because I need to talk.
Let's start with atmosphere. Now, Taylor Jenkins Reid has this annoying habit of making ordinary people feel unforgettable. Every time I pick up one of her books, I think, okay, this will probably be good. And somehow, I finish thinking, how did I get emotionally attached to everyone? What immediately drew me toward atmosphere wasn't just the setting. It was the promise that this wasn't only about big dreams, but about the people chasing them. The kind of story that asks, what does ambition cost? Those are the books I usually remember the longest. Now, if you're anything like me, you already know what's about to happen with a Freida McFadden book. You tell yourself, I'll read 1 chapter. 3 hours later, you're still awake, looking suspiciously at every fictional character. I don't even start trying to predict her twists anymore. I've accepted defeat. The fun isn't trying to outsmart the story. It's enjoying the ride while it slowly convinces you that nobody can be trusted. Perfect weekend reading. Then there's Emily Henry. And honestly, I don't think people read Emily Henry only for romance. I think they read her because she writes conversations that feel lived in. Characters who feel like people you've accidentally met somewhere. There's always warmth, a little humor, a little heartbreak, and somehow you end up smiling without realizing it. Those quiet books, the ones that simply spend time with people, are becoming some of my favorites. Now this one feels different. Some books ask you to race through them. Others ask you to slow down. This feels like one of those books where the writing itself becomes part of the experience. The kind where you read a paragraph, pause, sip your coffee, and read it again. Not because it's confusing, because it's beautiful. I absolutely love books that don't shout to get your attention. They simply whisper, and somehow that's enough. And finally, Broken Country. You know those books where you can almost smell the rain, feel the wind, hear the silence between conversations? Those books where the atmosphere becomes another character? That's exactly the feeling I get when I look at this one. I'm always fascinated by stories that understand. Sometimes the biggest moments aren't explosions. They're decisions, conversations, things left unsaid. Those stories stay with me. Looking at these 5 books together, I actually noticed something. Apparently, I have a type. I love books that trust the reader, books that don't rush, books that let characters breathe, books that leave you thinking instead of simply turning pages faster. And maybe that's what makes reading so much fun. One week, you're chasing twists. The next, you're quietly sitting with a character who somehow feels real. So, those are the 5 books currently sitting on my imaginary coffee table. If we were actually sitting across from each other, I'd probably slide all 5 toward you, and then ask, okay, Which one are you stealing first? And if you've already read one of them, don't spoil anything. Just tell me, was it worth the journey? Because those conversations are honestly my favorite part of reading. Until next week, keep the coffee warm, keep a book nearby, and I'll save you a chair at the coffee club. Your Book Buddy.